Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video guys, we are going to learn about Laravel policy. So in this Laravel policy, we'll be using the roles and permission, which we have already learned. So guys, now let's get started with the Laravel policy. So basically, I'm going to take an example of categories. So I have made a category CRUD operation, and for this I am going to give the authorization, that is Laravel policy. So guys, if you have not created the CRUD operation for these categories, you can just follow this tutorial, that is your Laravel 10 CRUD operation tutorial. And also coming back to the Spatie Roles and Permission, so you can just follow these three videos so you can understand clearly step by step how to make a roles and permission. Okay, so now guys, let's get started. So let's move to our editor and begin with creating the policy. So first step guys, we are going to create a policy with the artisan command. So let me zoom it first, and php artisan make colon policy, the policy name, that is category policy. Now hit enter. So your policy is created, which is inside the app policies category policy.php. So let's move inside app, then policy, and then category policy.php. Perfect. So here you see guys that a simple construct method has come. So if you want, you can utilize, or else you can just remove it for right now. So yep. And now guys, let's create according to our requirement. So now guys, let us register this category policy inside our providers. So let's move inside the provider, and here you'll find the auth service provider.php. So inside this auth service provider, you'll find a policy property here, okay, variable, and inside this only you are going to register the policies. So first step, call your category model class and use a arrow function, and then tell category policy class. So now guys, you need to import this category model. So import it, app model category. So if you don't find, please create a complete CRUD operation for this category and then get back here, so you can understand the flow of this Laravel policy on this category. Okay, so now guys, our category is registered. So now guys, let's close this and again get back to your policy, that is category policy.php, and define all the policies methods. So public function, the function name view any function, and in this just pass this user $user. So here guys, it automatically understand if the user is logged in, then it will get the user data. If it is not logged in, it is not going to get the user data. Okay, and on this view any, I want the response to be in boolean format. Okay, whatever I write here, it should be returning true or false. Just return true. Done. So same way guys, we'll be creating other methods also, or functions, for the store, create, update, edit, delete. Okay, so guys, instead of writing manually for all the functions like create, edit, update, delete, etc. Okay, so if you don't want to write, you want to get all the its function by default, so you can just use the Laravel command here, like same command, php artisan make policy and your category policy, and mention that this category policy belongs to my one category model. So let me just delete this and show you. Let's delete it. Okay, so I have no policy right now here, so I'll generate a new policy, but here I will add a extra command, that is hyphen hyphen model equal to my category model. So just name your category, your model name. Okay, and hit enter, so it will understand and it will create it. So here you see, you have a category policy and you get your functions. Okay, so all the functions you have got here. So you got the difference guys. Yep. And now guys, let us get back and let's use as per our requirement. So on this view any, I just want to return true. Okay, and in this view, here is the authenticated user and your category model, and inside this let's write the condition like if return true, else return false. Okay, so on what condition you are returning? So basically I'm checking that this category has some permission or not. Okay, and here in this if condition you can just check as per your requirement. So right now guys, if you see in this categories table, I have no user ID, so I'm not checking according to the user ID here. For example, if you just use this dollar user, that authenticated user ID is double equal to the dollar category of user underscore id. Okay, so if it is matches, then it will return true, else it is going to return false. Okay, so this way you can satisfy your requirement. Okay, so guys, in my case I am not using the user id here in this category table, so you don't find any user id. So instead of that I am using the Laravel Spatie Roles and Permission. Okay, so let me just show you that video here. So here is a part 1, 2 and 3 guys, where clearly it's mentioned where and how to utilize your roles and permission in 3 videos. So let's get back and tell that authenticated user has permission to has permission to about what, like view category. Okay, so if he has the permission to view category, then he will be able to view the category. Done. So same way guys, you're going to copy this and paste for the below also for create, update and delete. So let's move below and here for the create. Okay, if he has the permission to create category, then he will be able to create the category. Let's copy this again and move below at the update function and mention that update here and tell update category or edit category. Okay, whatever your permission you have given. So yep, and now you can move with the delete. So let's paste it and here mention delete category, and these are the two other functions. If you want you can keep and utilize, or else you can just remove it. So I'm not using those two functions, so I'm removing it. Okay, so now guys, as you see here, our policy setup is ready, and now let us get started with using this policy in our controller part. So how are you viewing this? You are using a controller to view these categories. Okay, so let's go to our controller app http controller, where I have a category controller file. So inside this index function, we are viewing this bleed files. Okay, so you are able to access this categories data. So now guys, in this index function, at first itself you have to mention that dollar this of authorize function, and in this authorize function mention like on this index page you can view anyone. Okay, so just return true. Yes, anyone can view this. And here guys, you have to pass our second parameter, so we'll pass the model itself. So category new of category model, that's it. Okay, and you are get ready to use this. So now guys, let's get back and refresh and see here. Perfect. So here you see that 403, this action is unauthorized. Why? Because the Laravel policy asks for the authentication. Okay, so now guys, let's get back and log in first in our application. So let me just log in with my any of the credentials and hit enter to log in. Okay, so I have logged in, and now let me go to the home page and let's access the categories area. Okay, perfect, and the authorize is working fine. So now let us copy this and begin with the create option. So before giving the authorize, so I'm just clicking on create a category. So here you see the add page. Okay, so now get back and move and add that dollar authorize dollar this of authorize, and here you are going to select with the create. So where is that create? Copy this and paste here that method, create method, and here you have to pass the category class, I mean category model. So you can just use this category of class in this way, And now get back. So let's click here, add category here, and you see that you are able to view it. Why? Because this user, which is admin, he has the role and its permissions exactly matching. That's why you are able to handle this. Okay. So if you don't have, so if you don't know how to do this, please watch out this video about Laravel roles and permission, Spatie package. Okay. So yep, now get back and let's move with the other functions. So here on the store also you can utilize this same authorize. Let me copy this and paste exactly the same, so there is no changes guys. You can just use the same format. And here in the create also, if you have a create category permission, then only you'll be able to insert the record. So now guys, let us copy and move with the update or edit function. So in this edit function, let me paste it, and now let me type the method update, or you can just copy from your policy. So here is my update method. Let's copy that and paste here. Okay, so you have a update method now, and here pass the model value directly. Okay, and now let us test it. So let's get back and edit one of the category. So I'm going to click here edit, and you are able to access. Perfect. So guys, let me just show you that if the permission is not given for update to that particular logged in user, then what happens? So let me just show you here, localhost 8000 slash roles. So on this admin, so this is my admin role and he has the permissions. So I will not give the permission to update the category. So let's click on update, and here he have no option to edit. So if you refresh now, this action is unauthorized. Okay, so which means the user doesn't have, the logged in user doesn't have the permission to edit the category. Okay, so that's why it's not able to handle. So there is nothing extra code guys, it's just a Laravel policy here. So if he has the permission, then he will be able to update. So this role admin, I'm going to update the permission, that is update category. Okay, it's updated, and let's refresh once. Okay, cool. And now if you refresh here, you are able to access the categories. Okay, so this is how the permission works. And now guys, coming back to the delete, it's the same process. So as you see that here, if he has the permission to delete, he will be able to delete. So now guys, let's get back and let's copy this, and here is the update function. So inside this update function also you can utilize the same process and use here dollar category. And then guys, coming back to the delete, let's move. So here is the delete, I mean destroy, and here I don't have a category model directly in the function itself. Instead we are calling here. So after this you can utilize this dollar this of authorize function and use that category variable. And here what is the method name inside your policy, that is delete, and paste here. Okay, so if it is matches the requirement, it is going to delete it and it will work fine. Okay, so I just don't want to delete any of the record now. So now guys, you have learned about how to use the Laravel policy in Laravel using authorize. So now guys, let me teach you one more method, that is about using the can and cannot method in the controller. Okay, so as you see that we are using this dollar authorize. So instead of this also we have another option. So let me just show. So let's comment, and here use a if condition, open and close, and here guys, dollar request. So you have to get the request from your, so dollar request of request, and get the authenticated user which cannot create. Okay, so let me just copy this same policy and paste here. And if it is he is not able to create, then what? Just use abort. Okay, 403, and let's mention the message. So by default it will give unauthorized. If you want to customize your message, you can just add here, you cannot create, you cannot create because you have no permission. Okay, so let's save it, let's get back. And so this user might have the permission to add a category, so you are able to view it. Okay, so let's go back and let's give no permission. So the user who is logged in role as admin will not have the permission to create category. Let me update, and he is not having the permission now. So if you try to click on this add category, you see that you cannot create because you have no permission. Okay, so if you give the permission, he will be able to create it. Let me give and refresh. So here you see he is able to create. Perfect. So this way you can utilize. Okay, so instead of dollar this of authorize, you can use in this way also, and you can use the same logic in your blade files too. So this was about the cannot, and coming back to the can, guys, it's the same logic like if he can. So let me just comment this for your reference, and let's copy and paste, and here just add the if condition, and instead of cannot, just make it to can. If he can create, then you will able to, then you will show the record, else you will mention that about it, like yep, you do not have permission. So let's view this return view blade file inside the if condition. Okay, so this is about the can. Okay, now let's save it, and if you refresh here, you're able to view the blade file. And if you have no permission, like let me just change this, he cannot create the category. So refresh, you're not having the permission. Okay, so this is how we can work on with cannot and can. Okay, so guys, we have seen that how we can use this dollar authorize, and about the can and also the cannot. Okay, so you have seen total three ways, and same this two functions, that is can and cannot, can be used in your blade files. So let me just show you that example also. So first let me return this and use this dollar authorize. Okay, and yep, let's refresh. Okay, let me go on the blade file. So here this add category is visible and you have no permission. Okay, so if you have no permission to create the category, then this button also should not be seen here on this index of category list. So for that, let's go on the index of category. Let's go to that blade file. Okay, and here is my add category button. Okay, so now guys, you can just use in a very simple way at can and end can, and just mention the function name comma and the model name. So you have to extend your model like app model backslash then category colon colon class, and move inside that. So now if you have no permission to create the category, the button is not going to be visible. Okay, so same way guys, you can utilize the cannot also, and here if you want, you can just use like else condition and mention that no permission. So if you refresh, instead of button, it's going to tell like, and here it's come guys, no permission. Okay, so instead of showing here, so it's just about the class guys. If you just add that span tag and move the content inside, just add a class float, and so here that comes no permission. Okay, so same way guys, you can also use that else can again. Okay, and mention the content here, so same way you can utilize it. So now guys, and the same way guys, you can use the cannot also. Let me just show you with the example of cannot, and here and cannot. Okay, and now if you refresh, and here you see that you can see the button. Okay, so you cannot add the button, so you just need to change the logic here, up and down. That's it. So refresh. Perfect. So now guys, I just want to teach you one more thing about the before method in Laravel policy. Okay, so as you see guys that currently the admin is logged in and he has no permission to create the category, right? So what in case of super admin? So super admin will be having all the permission whether the permission is given or not. Okay, so we'll depend on his role. So guys, let me just log out first and let me log in as a super admin. So super admin at gmail.com, password, to click to login. Okay, so logged in now and get back to your categories. Perfect. So here you see right now it's no permission. So now guys, you see that super admin has logged in, but he has no permission. So this should not be done. So for that, you can just get back and go to your category policy.php and move at the first and create a method or a function. So public function, and the function name is going to be before. Okay, so in this before function you will pass the user model $user, and this response is going to be either boolean or null. Okay, and now guys, in this user if condition, and here $user, check for the role. So has role function, and inside that role you will mention if he is a super admin. Okay, then you will return true, else just return null. So this is a condition. So guys, if this before function runs and it is true, so once it is true in this before function, all other functions and methods will not be working. Okay, so let me just show you. As we see that currently super admin is logged in, let me refresh, and here you see that add category is working now. Cool. So this is how we can manage for the super admin or super manager in that cases. Okay, if he's not a super admin, then he will return it null. So let me just log out and show you. So let's log out and log in as a normal admin. So admin at gmail.com and password, hit enter to login. Okay, go to the home page, go to categories, and you'll see that add category button has gone. Okay, so guys, we have successfully completed with the Laravel policy in detail tutorial step by step. Okay, so guys, in this video that's it, and let's continue in the next video with the new topic in Laravel. So thank you for watching this video guys. Please subscribe, like and share.